Hello, I'm Veronica Pedrosa in Kuala Lumpur with the top stories on Al Jazeera. A national day of mourning is being held in Armenia after a Caspian Airlines plane crashed in northern Iran on Wednesday, killing all 168 passengers on board. The jet was traveling from Tehran to the Armenian capital Yerevan when it came down in a field near the Iranian town of Kazvin. Witnesses say the plane nosedived from the sky with its tail on fire. Investigators are still trying to determine the cause of the crash. China's economic growth in the second quarter has accelerated to 7.9%. Officials say the economy is on track to a full-year growth target of 8%, fueled by a surge in consumer spending and factory output. Beijing has implemented a $586 billion stimulus package aimed at kick-starting the country out of recession. Our correspondent Tony Cheng has more.
It's putting enormous amounts of money into infrastructure growth, particularly things like the railways, and that in turn knocks on investment in things like the steel industry, which is another of China's major industries. China, the largest steel producer in the world. Those industries are responsible for an awful lot of jobs. They do eat up an awful lot of money, so the government pumping money in there.
One of Chechnya's most outspoken human rights activists has been killed. Natalia Estemirova was abducted near her home in Chechnya and found dead several hours later in neighboring Ingushetia. She had 2 gunshot wounds to the head. Russia's President Dmitry Medvedev is calling for an investigation. U.S. military prosecutors are asking for cases against 3 prisoners at Guantanamo Bay to be delayed as the government continues its review of the tribunals. The military trials against the men resumed on Wednesday. So far, judges at the commission have granted a delay until September in one of the cases. And the interim president of Honduras, Roberto Micheletti, says he'll step down to help end a political crisis. But he says he'll only resign if he receives assurances that the ousted president never returns to office. Manuel Zelaya was overthrown in a military-backed coup on June the 28th. More on our website, aljazeera.net/English.